Start a new one. Ah, nuts. Do hate it when it does that. Hopefully it's still saved. This is going to be quick. I got things to do, places to go. I did not look up a question for anything on today's personal vlog, but we're going to do a quick update. I have a plan. I thought of something where I was like, well, this would be another interesting thing to do while I'm recording. Not Minecraft. Minecraft was last time, and probably the next time after this coming up. I think I'll record something on Monday. But just as a quick update, Star Wars is awesome. I really enjoy it. I've been watching, as it comes out, Bad Batch Season 2, which just wrapped up, Mandalorian, which still has a couple episodes left, and then, as part of my weekly, worked my way through the entire Star Wars everything. I just finished the last season of Rebels. And boy, there's a lot in there that's coming into play in the live action stuff. I'm not going to talk about it too much because it's pretty spoiler heavy, and I consider spoilers to be pretty much anything I don't know. So I use that same respect for everyone else. So I won't talk about anything like that unless it's super old. But man, it's good. Oof. I am sad that I did not watch the animated shows back before. Not that I really had an opportunity to, because there wasn't. What streaming service were they on? I don't know what they would have been on before Disney. Cartoon Network was owned by. I remember seeing, maybe it was Netflix at some point. I'm pretty sure I was like, oh, Clone Wars. I've heard about Clone Wars. I kind of know a general gist. I think I've seen an episode here or there, but not in sequence, not anything else. I saw the movie at one point, the Clone Wars movie, which apparently people did not like, but I thought was fine. I enjoyed it. But I also just enjoy most everything. But man, when something really is good, whew, like Star Wars, like just in general, across everything, I'm really enjoying it. I understand why some people have gotten burnt out on it, and I've been talking to those people, but this newest era of Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, apparently he's been there the whole time, and I just didn't know about it, so that's not really fair, but certainly with the stuff that's going on now, it's coming back around, and I knew of it. Like, I watched the first season or two of Mandalorian. It's been a while, right? And I was watching that stuff, and there's things in there that are references back to the animated shows. Another reason why I wanted to watch everything rather than just pick up the animated shows. So I have been watching everything in order. Next is going to be an amazing series after Rebels. The next thing, this is in timeline order, theoretically, although some stuff in Rebels I think was happening at the same time as some of the original trilogy. But anyway, it started before, so that's where it is in the thing. But the next thing is Andor, which I've already seen not that long ago because I watched it while it was airing, but I'm really excited to watch it again because it was really good. So anyway, that's where I've been at with that. It's just so good, and so many things. This week especially, what came out, there was a cameo of a character. That's all. I'll leave it really vague, but from the animated shows. That even within itself is probably a spoiler. Certainly I would consider it to be one, so I'll have to put a warning or something. Contains lots of Star Wars talk, possible spoilers. Keeping my door open because it's kind of warm, but I need to close it if somebody tries to park next to me. Anyway, that's what's been going on. I've been doing that. That's really good. I'm really enjoying that. Been playing a lot of Minecraft and Elden Ring. More Minecraft than Elden Ring right now. I started a new character in Elden Ring because they announced DLC. It's not out yet or anything, but I just had an idea and I went, oh man, I'd like to punch my way through the game, literally. It was something I did on Dark Souls 2, because they had the punch weapons there, and that was a lot of fun. So I decided to recreate that and go through it here on Elden Ring. So I've been making progress there whenever I play it. But they put out a patch the game I was playing before that, because I kind of have been going along and um, playing games that I haven't played before, or playing them, either for the first time through or something more mindful where I'm not doing anything else, I'm just playing that game. Whereas when I'm playing Minecraft or Elden Ring currently, because I've played through them before and they're not story driven or anything, Elden Ring kind of is. But anyway, since I've done it, I've got something playing in the background. I've got another video on, or I'm doing something else, listening or something. So the last one that I just sat down and just played through was Hogwarts Legacy. And I finished that one back a few weeks ago in March, I think. Yeah, I don't remember when it came out. Sometime in February, probably. So I finished that a few weeks ago. And I got to the end. I was wrapping up everything, and I found out my game was glitched. Not game breaking or anything, but I could not complete all of the achievements. And a lot of people were having that. Well, within the last week or two, I thought about it again, and I checked, and they have patched it, and I booted it up and checked, and I was able to get the less collectible. So I have not quite 100% everything on that, because I've got one last thing to do in the game, which is killing every type of enemy with a certain type of magic. And I don't know what I'm missing, because there's not really a list of it, so I just made a spreadsheet of every type of enemy in the game, and I'm going to go through that this weekend and just check them off as I'm going until hopefully I don't have to go through the whole list. At some point I'll hit whatever one single one I'm probably missing. It's not the obvious one that everyone says they're missing. So I'll get that done, and then the other ones require me to start new characters and get to a certain point with each of them. So I should be able to knock that out this weekend. That is my plan there, and then playing Minecraft. I am watching Breaking Bad again, working my way to the last season of Better Call Saul, which I have not seen. That is the only one that I have not seen in this entire thing, and that's some amazing TV, probably some of the greatest TV ever created. Yeah, really enjoy that Vince Gilligan. He knows how to make some stuff. Good quality things. Doing that, working my way through my reading right now. The Hobbit still. It's been slow progress on that. I have not been reading it as much as previous books that I was working my way through. So it's not super long, but it is dense, and I just haven't made as much time for that. Has there been anything? Oh, well, last weekend we went and shot. I did a video about that, but now we're on the other side of it. Packed up all the camera stuff, or some camera stuff, prepared for it, and went and recorded a thing with Bonnie for a school project. That was fun to do because I enjoy camera stuff. I'm kind of in my element doing that kind of thing there, and also not at all knowing what I'm doing, so it's out of it. But then being on the camera, playing instruments for the first time, that was really interesting. Never touched almost any instrument. Played the piano was the most. We did have a piano growing up, and being homeschooled. There was one time that I remember, probably that was it, where we tried to learn some piano things, but there was never official classes. There was never a huge drive towards it or anything, so music was not a big part of my life for a long time. And then I'm listening to it a whole lot more, but actually being able to touch an instrument. We did 3 things: a snare drum, which was interesting. The height, not so much for me, so I kept hitting the rim, but it's public school drum owned by the school and stuff like that, so it's more geared for children, and not, I'm a big tall person, so that makes sense. And then the French horn, which was really interesting. I picked up that one, I think I took to that one a little bit easier than the others. The drum, I have left hand, right hand, not dyslexia, but like I can do a lot with my right hand, then my left hand just goes no. I'm very dominant on one side, and that's also like everything. Like my right eye is better, my right hand is better, my right leg is better. I'm sure my right lung is better. I don't know. My ear, definitely the right ear is better. It's almost like I had a mini stroke on one side at some point, but it's always been that way. It was a weird thing. I remember growing up doing the, like, as a child, can you see out of one eye while closing the other, and like putting something in front of it, and like the way that it jumps. I've described it to other people and no one knows what I'm talking about at all. They go, that's not how my eyes work. And I think it's just that my right eye is so much more dominant than the left. Obviously, they both work. I do have depth perception, and I can see out of both eyes. But that's something that, like, it's a whole thing. Anyway, why was I talking about right hand, left hand? Oh, because of the drumsticks. It was, I can do stuff with the one hand, that's not bad. And then the other one, it was like, ooh, that's totally different. But learning that was really interesting. I've never touched a brass instrument, so buzzing into it, trying to do that, I've heard that before because I didn't know that was a thing until I started dating someone who's a music major. We've been together for a long time now, and I don't remember how long into the relationship she explained how an instrument actually works, and I went, oh, you don't just blow into it? Like I want to say a kazoo, and that's wrong. Every time I say that, I'm corrected to, you still buzz into that, or you hum into it, or something. You don't buzz, like, you hum into a kazoo, you don't just blow into it. But there are instruments that you blow into. I just need to change that in my head, because that's what I thought. I thought every instrument that went to your mouth, you were blowing into just air. That is not how it works. So learning how to do that, and that feeling of putting something pressed up against your lips and still being able to buzz into it took me a minute to get a hold of, but that was really interesting to see. And then the last one we did was the clarinet, which I was not good at. It took me a while to figure out that you don't just blow air. I'm just sitting there, cheeks all puffed up as I'm trying to get some air into this and not realizing how it works, and eventually just playing with it. And here's the problem. It is supposed to be a one-take video with someone who's never played an instrument, but I'm also in the back of my head aware that there is a time limit. They don't want to sit there and have to grade a video that's, you have like a 10-minute cutoff. It's supposed to be shorter than that just to understand some basics. And I'm going, well, if I spend 8 minutes of the 10-minute allotment just trying to blow into this thing, it's not working. Thankfully, it wasn't that long, but that adds the pressure of, like, trying to do well here. But I thought that was really interesting. To be able to do that. I've never really tried to play an instrument. I bought a guitar when I was a teenager because I thought that would be cool, and my older brother took me to buy a guitar, and he played guitar really well and was really cool, and he took it back and was like, well, I'll tune it up, and then so we're like out on the porch, I think, with the whole family. He's just riffing on the guitar, the electric guitar. It was really cool. And then I tried to learn, and my fingers didn't. I have large fingers, and that caused a lot of problems trying to get on the frets and things like that. It was very different from Guitar Hero, obviously, which I did enjoy playing Guitar Hero. I borrowed a game from somebody at one point. Was it called Rocksmith, maybe? It was one where you would actually hook up a real guitar to your Xbox, and it would teach you how to play that as opposed to Guitar Hero and just pressing buttons. I don't remember. I remember borrowing that for a while, and then I think I gave it back and just said, yeah, if you want the guitar as well. Or do I still? I don't have it anymore. I don't know. Anyway, that's about the full, my entire life experience with musical instruments. It was really cool. It was really neat to learn. I included a tiny little bit of it at the end of the video after talking about through the camera process of it last time, where I was going, here's what I know I need to go into it with, here's how many microphones I need, here's how I approach this situation, basically, while I was packing everything up and talking it through, because my thought process stays the same whether I'm talking out loud or I'm thinking it in my head, so I still needed to go through all of that in order to prepare all of the camera stuff for the next day. But then right at the end, I just grabbed some quick clips and cropped it to just me because I'm comfortable being in my own videos, but that's not fair to force someone else. That's understandable. So I just did that, and especially most of what that was the very end, after it was like, and the video is clearly over, we're not recording anymore, and then I just start doing silly things to try to make my partner laugh and relieve a bit of the stress, because she was very stressed for all of this, obviously. Trying to get a master's degree is not something I could do a whole episode on education. Let me tell you, and I probably will at some point, but I have never had the desire to go to college. I'll just say it. I mean, that's the summary of it. Yeah. But playing instruments was really fun, and I even asked afterwards, being like, can we get an instrument? And they're so expensive. But maybe she'll let me borrow hers or something and just kind of play around with it and teach me some basics. I really am interested. I do enjoy music. I like that. I get frustrated when I can't make it sound the way I want to, and I've never tried to dedicate. I mean, I never really owned an instrument. I tried the guitar. I tried to pick it up multiple times. I had books. I watched videos, and it was very finicky with the big meaty claws that I have. They used to call me Sausage Paws at one of my jobs. Coworkers. That was a nickname. Old Sausage Paws. Because I got big old sausage paws. I haven't thought about that in a while. Been quite a few years. Oh, man. All right. Anyway, this was just a quick thing. Like I said, I got an idea for Monday. If I have time, I'll record something else. I should be able to. It depends on how editing goes. I have not edited any of those videos we shot last weekend. All I did was grab the files right quick to put at the end of that video, so I haven't actually edited any of those, and that will require quite a bit of editing because I will have to mix 2 lavs, the 2 paired microphones. I got 2 cameras. One of them just has to sit there the whole time. The other one should be fine. I'll just pipe in whenever I need to for something like that. But I'll have to color grade the whole thing. I will have to, snip that. Thankfully, I don't need to make any edits of like, now switch to this camera angle. Ooh, did I get this on a camera angle? And look at all that. It's just a simple thing with that stuff, so it shouldn't go too bad. I should be able to knock that out if I want to do that maybe tomorrow. And then editing everything from today. I actually got a good bit of wildlife footage in order to snip something together there for the vlog. Well, I said it was going to be short, and it's already been 16 minutes. Although I think I cut something out at the beginning as I was clearing my throat and taking a drink of water. Anyway, this has been this, and next time it'll be whatever it is. I got a new mount for this camera. This thing has a little holder thing that it sits on, and the one thing it requires me to do is take out the little insert, which has a little knob on it, so you can control the zoom in and out, and it just, you're not going to be able to see it. I don't know why I'm trying. I've been fidgeting with it the entire time to answer. If the question was, what is Michael playing with in his hand throughout all of this video, this is unfortunately probably going to happen if I don't start setting it down, because as soon as I have to have something in my hand, because I'm just going to sit here and fidget with it the entire time. Anyway. Monday. Stop recording.